What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday night. We are back. Hope everybody had a beautiful and safe week as always. And it's Friday night. SmackDown is in Italy. The last show before Sunday's Clash of Italy, which we will be live for Clash of Italy. So we got a lot to talk about tonight. Hope everybody was able to watch SmackDown, even though not too much happened that we needed to know. It wasn't the end all or be all. If you didn't miss SmackDown, I got you covered either way. But we already got the chat is already pumping. What's goody, everybody? Let's see who we got up in the building already. I know we had coming super early tonight. The WPF's own referee, the big man in charge, the big man. What is good, Brody? Too sweet. Woo, we got Alex Thunder coming down with the thunder. As always in the building, let's go. What up, Alex? Too sweet. We got my broski Kiwi up in the building. Let's go. He said jump scare when the music hits. Let's boom for the jump scare. Let's go. That damn Hauser. Dude. Yo, Danhausen is ash. Oh, we Kiwi was goody. You damn right, Kiwi. It's just too sweet. Big Man said, I was not too impressed with SmackDown tonight, Hunter. You're not the only one who was not impressed tonight. I for sure was not impressed, knowing that this is your big show, like your big televised show before the big show. Like, I don't know what we're doing. I don't understand how people aren't getting fired backstage, because everybody keeps talking about the TKO pay cuts and this and that happening. Well, shit. Why don't we light a fire under creative's ass? Because if my big show is Sunday and my last regular TV show is on Friday, you better believe that show is going to be stacked. So that way, everybody from Friday night until Sunday morning is hyped up and talking about the big show on Sunday. By the way, I saw a short with Danhausen without his makeup. Oh, first time you saw him without the makeup. Completely different. It's weird, right? You didn't expect that under the makeup. Alex said, SmackDown was boring to me. Hey, you guys aren't alone with your opinions. I share the same opinion. When a wrestling show is good, I'm locked in. I'm not doing anything else. And I especially am not fast forwarding through the show. So for me to be fast forwarding through the show just to get what I needed to know just shows you that the show was a yawn fest. Big Man said, I'm giving SmackDown tonight 2 thumbs down. Damn right. You damn right. Right? It is weird. After you see him without the paint, you want to tell him put the paint back on. Like I was texting my friends through the whole show because it was boring. You're right, and it really was. I was on the phone with my brother throughout the entire show. I didn't even let the whole thing play out. I purposely waited for the show for SmackDown to end, then to watch it, so that way I didn't have to sit through the entire thing, so I could fast forward through it. And I don't ever want to go into a WWE show feeling that way. But come on, WWE. I don't understand. When your rival company, AEW, puts on a show like they did for Double or Nothing, I don't care if that's their big WrestleMania or not. Because it's was the best show I have seen in wrestling in 2026. So if my rival puts on a show like that you got people and famous journalists even saying it's the best show they've seen in 2026, that's going to light a fire under my ass. Especially if I had the WWE machine behind me, I'm going all out. I'm going to make sure that everybody forgets about Double or Nothing. That's going to be my goal until my goal's accomplished. Like, so for them to go on cruise control at the moment is like, it's insulting to us fans. It's absolutely insulting. Alex said you should watch WWE Made in America. It looks good from the parts I have watched so far. What is WWE Made in America? I never heard of it. I just saw something about it on Instagram. I thought it was just like an advertisement. I didn't know it was a show. Big Man said, I agree. SmackDown was very boring. No storylines at all tonight. I could have fell asleep. And that's a problem. You didn't even have to watch SmackDown tonight to be ready for Sunday's Clash at Italy. And that's a big problem. That should never happen. Kiwi said, hey, the rating system for popcorn buckets is the chair system. When something is bad, there should be a broken chair shot system. For example, this SmackDown was 8 broken chair shots. Kiwi, I love it, Kiwi. I absolutely love it. 100% Kiwi. Easily 8 broken chairs for tonight's SmackDown. That's right. It's raining on SmackDown because they put on some bullshit tonight. It's on the USA Network. I'll check it out. It was a special tonight. Awesome. I'll definitely check that out afterwards now. Yo, Tyler, what up, fam? Too sweet. Hope you had a great and safe week. There he is, my Cowboys / wrestling / shoe / my brother from another mother. What up, Chappelle? Too sweet. How are we, Chappelle? Tyler said, I'm listening to you and streaming. I'm listening to you, STEM, and my other people. Hey, do your thing, Tyler. That's the beauty about the internet. You could do multiple places at once. What happened tonight on Smack, bro? Chappelle, literally nothing happened. But I'm still gonna give you guys the full rundown for anybody who didn't get to see this snore fest. There he is! Yo, Stretch Boogie Oogie Oogie in the building. Let's go. What up, Brody? Yo, Stretch too. Sweet. Come November, me and Stretch are going to that. What's the wrestling show Stretch called again? WrestleCade, right? WrestleCade is what it's called. Let's go. I made it through the week, bro. Hey, that's one more week in the bag, Chappelle. Yo, Brennan, what up, brother? Too sweet. Darby wins no AEW championship. Hey, and I'm telling you, if Darby Allin would have beat MJF at Double or Nothing, I was done with AEW forever. I said if he wins, I'm not watching AEW ever again. They put the belt on the right guy. MJF was the right guy to win that night. Hey, and nothing against Darby Allin. He just shouldn't be the world champion. If he want, all his matches are like the same thing. And I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of his finisher. Do you know Darby Allin's finisher is literally doing a trust fall? Like, come on. How are we tonight, Mr. Boogie Oogie Oogie? Alex said, I wish they would have scripted Gunther to quit mentioning the people he retired. That is old news. Especially if we're not going to have Gunther versus Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, then there's no point of bringing up about Gunther and his legend killer list. Unless he was going to come out there tonight with a shirt on that said legend killer or something, similar. We don't need to hear about what Gunther did yesterday. We need to hear about what he did today. Oh, let me see. That's better. MLW Fusion is tomorrow. Let's go. Yes, it is. It is a 2-hour special for MLW Fusion tomorrow. And I am very, very good possibility. I'm thinking about going live tomorrow for MLW's 2-hour special. Give the AEW championship back to Kenny the Machine Omega. But you know what, though, Chappelle? It's good that it's on MJF. It would be fun, though, to watch the build-up if they do it right. They got to do it right, of course. It would be fun to watch the build-up of Kenny Omega chasing MJF for the world title and winning it, though. That's the big thing. He's got to win it at the end of all this. If they don't have him win it, what's the point? Hold on one second, everybody. Just gotta do one thing before we continue. Where is it on my settings? Come on. There it is, brightness. Okay. There we go. Now I can see. All right. So I don't know if it was dark on your end, but on my end, my laptop thought I wasn't here and dimmed the whole settings and made it so dark I couldn't barely see the chat. So we had to make sure we fix that because we got to be able to see the chat. All right, now we're good and ready. Big Man said, "Listen here, all you WPF, the low budgets don't come jumping on Big Man in Charge bandwagon." Chappelle said, "I heard Fatu is hurt. Is that true?" I don't know about that. I haven't heard anything like that with him. I do know Mason Kaiser, the one who's fighting in the main event tomorrow for the AAA show, got arrested, and I found out more why he got arrested. He was in an elevator with a woman, and he was making out with this woman, and supposedly somebody didn't that was there didn't like it and had said something to him that sparked the fight, and he supposedly hit Mason Kaiser supposedly hit this dude for him saying something, and Gunther actually was the one who bailed him out of jail. Just goes to show you, just because they're not in a storyline on TV doesn't mean they're not still best friends. But I'm more curious to see if him getting in trouble is going to affect the Master vs. Mask match tomorrow in AAA, because it's El Americano versus the original El Americano. So that you know how WWE feels about when you get in trouble. They are real quick to cut the rope and let you go when you get in trouble, no matter how small or big it is. Especially, it's not like it's Roman Reigns who got in trouble. Somebody that's a juggernaut superstar, like. So I am very curious to see what happens with that match tomorrow night. Pax Hunter, that would be a dope storyline, right, Chappelle? Like, I would love to see Kenny Omega chase MJF for maybe a month or 2 months and really go in on it. And with the big payoff with Kenny Omega going over MJF. Because it's always better to watch the face chase the heel. Okay, Chappelle, this will answer your question you were asking before. Tyler found out that Jacob Fatu got hurt last night at a WWE house show. Now, hey, I understand house shows, they happen. But why do you have Jacob Fatu being active in a house show 2 nights before the main event for your big pay-per-view? Why did Jacob Fatu not come out at the house show and just cut a promo? Or do a spot where he just hits somebody real quick and that's it. Something where he cannot get hurt. So they took an unnecessary risk at a house show, remember? And now he got hurt. Now, do I think he was going over Roman Reigns, whether he got hurt or not? Me personally, no. I don't think he's going over Roman Reigns right now. I don't think it's the time. I think it makes a way better story having Jacob Fatu have to serve Roman Reigns as a disgruntled, technically, employee. I think we're gonna get some golden moments out of that. Big Man said, "Yeah, Hunter and Chappelle. It is true. He is hurt. I don't know how bad, but I did read it on the wrestling website." Yo, Nasty, man, I have been waiting for you to pull back up, man. I know you are a huge AEW fan. Man, yo, your AEW Double or Nothing delivered. AEW definitely delivered for Double or Nothing. And Too Sweet Nasty. Yo, Bulldog Rick, what up, brother? Too Sweet. I'm here and I'm alive. I'm sitting on the river. I saw 3 shooting stars, all 3 within a half hour. But yet you see a shooting star, you make a wish. Trust me, I blew my wishes up. I love it, Bulldog Rick. I love it. How you feeling, brother? Tyler said, I heard that match is still on tomorrow. Yeah, so the mask versus mask match is still on for tomorrow. But the big question is, with Mason Kaiser getting arrested, will WWE now turn around and, if they were planning on him to win tomorrow, will that be now changed? There he is, my brother from another mother, the Troll Exterminator. What up, Big D? My brother Donald. How are we tonight, brother? What's up, man? What's up, man? Just getting out of work, but here I am. Let's go. Nasty SmackDown tonight was trash. The best thing that happened was nothing. No, Chelsea Green versus Nia Jax to me was the best match I saw tonight. But I'm a little biased because I'm a big Chelsea Green fan, and I hate that they keep putting her in these spots that don't make her a superstar, and she kills it. No matter what they've asked Chelsea Green to do, she's nailed it. There's no reason why Chelsea Green shouldn't be fighting for a world title. Well, they let the Usos come back when he had gone to DUI. Yeah, but we're talking about the Usos. You know, big difference. You know, their family's got a lot more pull than Mason Kaiser. You know, their family's the biggest wrestling family in their company. WWE has made a name off their family's back. I feel like everybody in their family is a wrestler. Like, there he is, my favorite Eagles fan. What up, Eagles? What up, my brother? Too sweet. Kiwi said the best storylines have a hint of truth to them. You're damn right. Here it is, everyone. Jacob Fatu and the house show. Recent scare, he was seen limping heavily following the live event match against Solo Sikoa. Although it is currently unknown if this was a legitimate setback or simply selling the effects of the match. So let's just hope he was selling more than anything. And it was Solo versus Jacob last night at the house show. So that's what happened And not for nothing, that they put on the house show, they should have put that on SmackDown tonight. I would have rather seen Jacob Fatu versus Solo on SmackDown tonight than that on a house show the night before. I'm thinking my spot. I own that area. It's on the backside of my land, and yep, it's my personal spot on the water. Hey, it's beautiful to have a nice spot where you can just sit down, relax on the water, see the stars, especially this time of the year when the weather's nice. Nasty said, "Hey, bro, do you think about Trump getting a slice of that TKO gravy?" Yeah, that's right. Donald Trump himself bought TKO stock. Uh, I don't give a fuck about politics because at the end of the day, if you think the people that truly run the world we know about, hell no. There is a room where the most important people of the world sit around the table to make those decisions. This whole this face for the president, this is more just for a show to make people to keep order, make people think they actually have a say. You think they're going to let sick bastards like us decide on who gets to have the power to be able to press one button that can send nuclear shit and just make countries disappear in a click of a button? Hell no. And for that reason alone, I don't do politics or give a shit about whatever agenda they're trying to sell us. And fuck TKO. I do not like TKO. They're money grubbing pigs. They get all they care about is a profit. They don't give a shit about anything else. When you can make a profit and care about your workers, you do that. Hunter, I had 2 wisdom teeth pulled and my mouth is starting to hurt, so I think I'm gonna call it a night because also I have to wake up every 3. Ooh, Alex, feel better, brother. That is very freaking painful. I forgot that you had to go through that. I'm so sorry to hear that. Shit, man. Sit back, relax. Hey, if you haven't seen the new Spider-Man show, give it a watch with Nicolas Cage. It's a banger. Nasty said, "Of course, bro. AEW pay-per-views are always better." I wouldn't. Now you're going a little too crazy. They're not always better than WWE PLEs, but Double or Nothing was the best show of 2026 so far. I call it right down the middle with AEW and WWE. Chappelle said, "Big man, thank you for that info." Damn right, big man. Thank you for finding that info on Jacob Fatu. We definitely need to know that going into tomorrow. And thank you also to Tyler for the info. Always counting you boys to come through with some of that beautiful info for us. Bulldog said, "Yep, I agree. I love Chelsea and the Uso family. Roman, Rock, they're all related to the Usos. Damn right, and they got the power. Like if anybody can get in trouble and is gonna get us and may get suspended where somebody else would get fired, it's gonna be somebody in that family." Thank you, Bulldog Rick. Did you see what I sent you on Facebook message about Zilla? No, I have not checked my Facebook. I gotta check my Facebook. Once I figure out what my phone is, I'll do that actually. Oh, breaking news. Creed the Mad Kruger is not signed to MLW. Interesting. Or did they, or is he signing a contract tomorrow and they want everybody to know today that, hey, he's not signed, and then they're gonna have maybe do a big spot, like a big surprise spot, which would be really awesome for tomorrow's MLW show. And you guys got to let me know if you guys are all gonna watch the MLW show tomorrow. I'll go live for it because I'm gonna watch it regardless. So if you guys are gonna watch it also, then I'll go live so we can all hang out and kick the shit while watching it. Bulldog Rick said, WPF, I agree. I've been there. I've been to the White House numerous times in my military years, so definitely it. Right, Bulldog Rick? Like it, to me, that just made the most, it just makes sense. When you think about the power that someone would have and how they're going to trust maniacs like us. It just don't, it just doesn't make sense. Tyler said, I will give you MLW pay-per-views tomorrow, the match card. Shit, I had the match card. I didn't know that you guys were that. I wasn't sure if you guys were going to be that into it. I got to figure out where I put my phone tonight. I got the MLW card on that. I know Austin Aries is fighting. The Good Brothers is fighting the Coffee Brothers. Killer Cross is going to have a promo. His wife Scarlett's fighting somebody. It looks to be a good show. And no more red cup for our Canada Dry, baby. Our new cup for our Canada Dry. Ooh, I had an MRI and a colonoscopy again, so I hate anything going in. Absolutely. As any man should hate anything going anywhere near the butt. But it is life. It's a follow-up on my current stuff. Bulldog, what was the results though? Did you, or you didn't get the results yet? We're still waiting. Yo, what up, King? We got L King in the building. Let's go to sweet. What up, brother? How are we, King? Bulldog said, hey, by the way, make sure everybody you hit that like button and subscribe. Support is free. 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 99. Zilla Fatu's latest notable championship loss occurred on May 23rd, 2026, when he appeared to vacate his House of Glory Crown Jewel Championship by leaving the title in the ring. Now, there was something I watched with him, and they were saying that if Jacob Fatu was to go against Roman and the Usos, who would be there? And Zilla said, I would be there with him, of course. And he asked who else would be there. And he said, pretty much it would really just be me and Jacob versus the Usos and Roman. So But just the way Zilla Fatu was talking about it, it just sounded like, hey, I know something I can't say. So I don't know. I don't know if we could expect him Sunday. I would love to see it. I just don't think Roman's losing the belt Sunday. And I feel like if Roman was gonna if Roman loses the belt, they should debut Zilla to take out the Usos. But then again, they could still debut him to take out the Usos, and in the mix of confusion, Roman could still go over. Hells yeah, King, tell him. Ow! The wolf pack is in the house. Bulldog said the contract is being signed, but it is a big thing for real. Cold Slayer. What up, Brody? Too sweet. Hope you had a great and safe week as always, Cold. Facts, Bulldog Rick. Facts. Tyler said Cruel is gone from the company. Tyler, did anything happen with him that he's gone from the company? Because when it comes to MLW, I'm so out of the loop. But I definitely am gonna start watching MLW, especially if my boys, the Good Brothers, just the guys who are kicking everybody's ass in the tag team division all around the globe, is going to be popping up and doing shows over there. And let me tell you guys, I posted and reposted a lot of different stuff for wrestlers on Instagram throughout the years. Nobody, and I mean nobody, has showed me love like Carl Anderson, aka the Machine Gun, and the biggest man and the best big man in the business, the Big LG. These guys repost stuff that I post all the time. At first, it was just like a hint. Now they do it so much every week. It's happening, and to me, that shows a lot. These guys don't know me from a hole in the wall. They don't have to do that shit. People post stuff up about them all the time, every day, and and not just me. They're doing it for other fans too. So I want to know why more wrestlers out there can't show the love back the way they are. Cold said, watching wrestling. Ooh, thank you, Cold Slayer. I can't say that, but you guys can see what he said in the chat. Yo, King, what up, team? No sleep. Too sweet. But I can't say or deny that what Cold Slayer is good for anybody who cannot watch wrestling. I don't know if you should, it's up to you if you want to listen to that site that Cold Slayer said. Okay, Hunter, I'm going to talk to the promoters to get the match set up. I need the contract, the big man versus WPC, Hunter. Yo, you big man, you got to get me a world title match where you ref and you got to screw the other guy over. You got to do it NWO style. We got to bring the world title to WPF, big man. Come on. You know how Hulk had his own referee. Shit, we got the big man in charge. I have no idea. Bulldog Rick, on my end, your wrench is blue. So that I could not tell you. Tyler said many lots, things and reasons about Cruel left. Oh man, too bad. I was hoping it was just like it was gonna be like a work for them. I like big guys in the company, especially big guys that could actually move. He was a pretty good wrestler. I wasn't a big fan of him, only because I didn't really watch much of him. But the little I did see of him, it was good. Yeah, that I could not tell you, Bulldog Rick, because yours is blue on my end. If Zilla is dropping titles, there's a you damn right, D. I think this might be the closest we really have been to seeing Zilla. Because what did we say the other week? Until we see Zilla Fatu dropping the belts, there's no shot he's coming over. So let's, fingers crossed. I think Zilla Fatu will do great things on the roster. I really hope if he comes over that they really give him a good push. No bullshit. XV buddy, what's going on, my man? Welcome to the live. Too sweet. D said Zilla had 6 different indie company titles. And now he's down to 3. And he's been dropping them fast. That don't happen unless there's something really big in the works. There's no way you have Zilla drop all these belts this quick if he's not about to make the biggest move in his career. Who is your favorite wrestler's podcast? I don't have an actual favorite because I don't listen on a regular basis like I used to. But when I do have the time, I do like to listen to Kevin Nash, Jim Cornette, Cody Rhodes. I just started listening to recently. He's pretty funny as shit. And Chris Van Vliet. I don't know how you say his name, but and Matt Cardona's podcast. That I get a little of both out of because I collect the figures and it's wrestling. Wow. Chat. You see that comment? He's officially not the WPF referee anymore, chat. If we were the NWO, He's Lex Luger. I guess Nasty said, being it's not wrestling, I get a black wrench with the what? Hey D, when is Bulldog Rick's wrench a different color when you to you also? By the way, or because I want to know if it's just if it's him or not. Because on my screen, his wrench is still blue. D said Jim Cornette, best podcast by far. Tyler said the Berwyn Police Department confirmed there was no stabbing, but the incident may have contributed to his exit for cruel. Oh shit. That's not good. Especially when you hear the beginning of any start off of that, you know it's not good at the ending. He was involved in a reported incident at Ruthless Pro Wrestling where he allegedly got into a physical altercation with a fan. The Berwyn Eagles Club, which hosted the event, later decided. Oh shit, that's right. I forgot about that whole crazy big incident that happened. You know what? You're right. Vince Russo has a good podcast too. I used to like to. I liked when Vince. I don't know if he still does it because I haven't listened to Vince Russo's podcast in a little bit. But I always got a kick out of how he'd have that spot with Disco Inferno or Conan, would come on sometimes. And they had a good show too. I don't know if they still do anything in the podcast world. Disco Inferno. CVV and Nash are awesome. Maven as well. You know, Maven's dope. I look at Maven more as a YouTuber than podcast. I like to watch Maven's videos when he, before, I like how he did that Rob Van Dam one where he went to his house, apologized. Anybody could talk shit out of character, but it takes a real man to apologize when they know they fucked up. I like Maven a lot, man. I wish Maven could have went further in the business. But shit, man, I'm happy he's happy at least. Tyler said not to host pro wrestling shows again. But hey, WPF Donald, good night. God bless. I need some sleep. Not myself as usual. Bulldog Rick, I love you, brother. Definitely catch up on some sleep. And we might be live for MLW tomorrow. We definitely will be live Sunday for Clash of Italy. And remember, if you're on the East Coast, Clash of Italy starts 12 p.m. Eastern, starts the pre-show, which I just found out. So I'm going to have to edit the time because I got the live starting at 2 p.m. for when the actual show starts, but we will start at 12 p.m. for the pre-show. Yes, it was. Yes, if we was the WPO. King said, like and subscribe. Tell him, King. but I always have to give an update. Now I'm back to a blue shield. Oh my god, I guess it is due to my mindset. Hey, I'll tell you one thing though. If YouTube ever lets me decide on the wrench colors, everybody's getting different colors. I think it would look better in the chat if the mods had different colors. Tyler said, "I love the Vince Russo podcast now." You know, I gotta listen. I haven't listened to him in a while, but I never had anything bad to say about Vince Russo's podcast. Just his booking. And I see he's doing it in JCW now, too. And I understand it. Who doesn't want to be part of the show, right? Everybody wants to be in the show. For the most part. But if Vince Russo becomes champion in JCW, I don't want to ever hear about JCW again. Vince Russo's booking absolutely destroyed WCW. But I gotta be fair. What actually killed WCW in the end was AOL. When AOL came aboard and bought out Ted Turner, Eric Bischoff not only lost his open bank book to book, to hire whoever he wanted for whatever he needed to. Now, he also got sent home at first. Then when he came back because Vince Russo screwed shit up so bad, he now is being told, you can't do this. You can't do that. How could Eric Bischoff bring WCW back when the people in charge want it to fail? And then they did the worst thing they could have ever done. Eric Bischoff went and got people partnered up and was going to buy WCW. All he needed was the spot they were in already on TV on Mondays. And they wouldn't give it to him on TNT. And that was the end of WCW. And then Vince came in, which, and bought the library and WCW. Well, what was left of it? He came and picked the bones. Kiwi said, I've been watching a lot of Maven. Hey, Maven does not disappoint. And if anybody has never seen Maven show, definitely give it a watch. I think you'll like it. He's just such a genuine, cool dude that I think it's hard to dislike Maven. He comes off as just such a real guy, like. He said, no, Hunter, if it was you mean the WPF Federation, I'd be a heel referee and win all the titles. Hey, big man, come on, man. You know how it goes down. It wasn't Hulk Hogan's company. It was WCW's company. and Hulk Hogan came in and took it over with when he joined the NWO. Shit, that shit prints money in itself. Kiwi said definitely a YouTube channel. Oh yeah, and a good one. Cold said, I'm sure Maven got a second hand at RED's house. It was funny to watch him smoke. He looked like so like not ready for it. And you could and Rob's house was crazy. Definitely different. In a good way. It was awesome. Like Maven definitely could have gotten further with a push. You know what Maven truly needed? NXT. Yeah, I feel like if Maven could have came up the way he did, but instead of going straight to the main roster, he went to the NXT program that they have today. I think Maven would be on his way to being a full-time WWE superstar. And it's a shame that, he never stood in ring shape because with AEW popped up, that could have been another good fit for him. I wonder if he ever does think about getting back in the gym and shit and everything, and boom, go give a shot at AEW or TNA. Oh, speaking of TNA now has the guy that Venavici, the guy who used to tag with Mason Keisner under Gunther. He's now with TNA. They got him as like some Renaissance gladiator type character. His attire, he's got like the Stone Cold Steve Austin attire in just all black. Now, luckily, the guy could wrestle actually, but personality is like watching paint dry. So hopefully they do something with him because you got to give the guy a personality. Tyler said, all right, MLW World Champion, Killer Cross, Nakajima, Women's Featherweight, Blue Panther, National Openweight. Ooh, Kushida. I like that. Middleweight. And Donovan Dijak and Bishop are the tag champs. Yeah, that's a pretty good team, Bishop and Dijak. Bishop's Baron Corbin, right? Just to make sure I got it right. Hey, it's all good, Bulldog Rick. I want the update. At the end of the day, if I want my brother's update, you gotta let us know, man. We want to make sure you're doing good, brother. New and rising stars for MLW will be Shakti, Lady Frost, Trevor Lee, Joe and Mark Coffey, Wolfgang, Big Damo. Wow, that's a big UK package right there. Brick Savage, Jay Bishop, and Zamaya. I'm not sure who that is. Oh yeah, that yeah, definitely. Thank you, D. Chappelle said the Arn Anderson podcast is a go. See, I didn't even know Arn Anderson had a podcast. Shit, I gotta Chappelle. Thank you for putting me on. I'm gonna listen to that ASAP. I am very curious to hear Arn Anderson's podcast. I like Arn Anderson. Chappelle, does he go after today talent or back in the day talent? Talking about what's more of his objective when he's doing his podcast. Tyler said, "I want to see Allen Angels win the MLW World Championship." Really? You don't want Killer Cross to keep the belt? All right. All right. Hey, God bless Bulldog Rick. Have a good night, brother. And as always, Bulldog Rick, fuck cancer. Cold said Vince Russo got that solid accent. New York. And Cold, us New Yorkers, we don't like Boston. It's a big thing, I swear. When you're born in New York, it's on your birth certificate. F Boston. True story. Cold Slayer said Maven is amazing and very humble. Hells yeah, right? Hey, what up, Raphael? Welcome to the live, brother. Too sweet. Thank you for the compliment. I'm a big hat guy also. I try my best to not wear the same hat twice when I go live. So if you enjoy hats and wrestling, you get a little both. Hey, thank you for the kind words, Raph. Much appreciated, brother. Hey, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, Raph. We got Hammerstone. Yeah. Hammerstone battling Bishop Dwyer this Saturday on MLW Fusion. The Good Brothers versus the Coffee Brothers in the 2-hour premiere. And that's going to be too effing sweet because my boys, the Good Brothers, are going to put it's the same math equation every time. One magic killer, then it's 1, 2, 3, 2 sweet, and on to the next victims for the Good Brothers. Well, WPF Wolfpack Federation. Hunter, I'd be your number one heel referee, and you'd have every title. I'd make sure of that. Now we're talking. See, that's what I'm talking about, big man in charge. You got to be our heel referee. You got to rep. You'd rip after the match. I'd have you rip the ref shirt off, and you have like a WPF shirt under it to sell it even more. Oh man, why don't I book wrestling? It's truly a shame. Tyler said, "Yep." Chappelle said, "On Anderson podcast, it's called the Foreman Network." write that down actually real quick so I do not forget, Chappelle. Pen. So over here. Foreman Network. All right, perfect. Definitely got to give that Arn Anderson a try. Man, that dude's a legend. Colt said, I'd let my dad wake me up at 8 a.m. on Saturday to watch the OG Looney Tunes. Hells yeah, right? Man, always a big fan of the OG Looney Tunes. Real quick, what's everybody's favorite OG Looney Tune? The Four Horsemen Network? Typing too fast. Oh, there we go. Who wouldn't think, right, that this would be as powerful as it was? Man, what a time to be alive in wrestling. Man, if I was around back when they were doing everything, I would be showing up to those WCW, NWA, wherever the Horsemen were going. I'd be showing up to shows in suits like some of those guys did in the front row. I'd absolutely be wearing a suit with my boys to the horse to support the Horsemen. Woo. Yo, Tax, what's goody, brother? Wolf Pack is too sweet. How are we tonight, brother? Hope you had a beautiful and safe week as always, Tax. My bad, it's a Tax Tops. Tell you, as it gets later, the damn letters get more and more blurry. Hell yeah, WPF shirt under the referee shirt. And everyone, right? I'm telling you, big man charge. It would be so over. The crowd would go wild. You know, I would make sure you ref all the big matches. Nothing, no like undercard. Only the big main event matches for at least 8 weeks. So everybody would know, would know like, hey, this is who they grab only for the big matches, and he's a company guy. So and then when the heel turn happens, woo, we'd have him in the palm of our hands. If the real Looney Tunes aired today, it would cause a lot of problems. So many people. I know we live in emotional times, right, Cole? I don't think these people could handle it today. But shit, my guy was always Bugs Bunny. Tox said, "Who wins tribal combat?" Well, first off, Tox, we will be live for tribal combat, so make sure you come through. And I'm going to try to go live for the MLW show tomorrow also. But I'm 50-50 on the MLW show. I'm 100% will be live though Sunday morning. 12 p.m. I may be half asleep in the beginning, but I'll be there. Sunday's my sleep day. So I hate when WWE does this. Yo, General Penguin, what up, brother? Too sweet. Yo, the Wolfpack had the hardest faction theme music besides Evolution. I'm gonna throw you one more too sweet for that one. You damn right, Penguin. You damn right. Chappelle said, "I remember as a little bitty kid waking up 7:05 Saturday morning watching NWA Crockett Promotions. Let's go." Hey, that NWA world title, the 10 pounds of gold, man, that is such a beautiful belt. If the day ever comes I start collecting belts, it'll be the NWA World Heavyweight title, the One-Winged Eagle, um, the 1986 World WWF World Heavyweight title that Hulk had, just because that was the year I was born. Those would be the first 3 belts I'd automatically have. Then I'd have to get an Intercontinental title. The WPF Wrestling Promotion. Let's do it. Too sweet. Man, I wish if I had the money to do a wrestling promotion, in a heartbeat, I would give it a shot. Crockett Promotions. Cold Slayer said, "My God, Pepe Le Pew. You want to talk about people being offended nowadays? Yo, Pepe Le Pew." Oh man, the problems that there would be if he came on TV today. Chappelle said, "Fatu is all gas, no brakes. Yarmin." Well, Chappelle, what do you know about the Italian werewolf? All hunt, no pause, ice cream. I thought you got a kick out of that. Ooh, Marvin the Martian. Hell yeah, big OG right there, Marvin the Martian. Actually, that was the hats I was going between tonight. It was him or Marvin the Martian. But I try not to wear my Marvin the Martian too much during the year. I like to rock it during the Christmas season. Big Man said the crowd would hate me if I did it, Hunter. But as your heel referee, I'd give all the fans all of them DX signs. Oh yeah. Hey, if the crowd ain't throwing shit at us, then we didn't do our job, right? Ooh, gotta get the original hardcore title. Fuck yeah. Yo, Tox, when I was younger, since my birthday was always in March, we'd always do WrestleMania for my birthday party, like in my basement. We'd all have the wrestling matches like everybody did when they were younger, but we didn't have like actual like we just brawled out. To us wrestling was real. We weren't hearing nothing. That guy really punched that guy in the face, and we weren't hearing nothing else. So for me, my thing was I used to be the hardcore champion. Man, that thing got me suspended from school when they made that belt 24/7. Oh man, I stun gunned my boy Joe Deradita. Shout out to Joe Deradita, man. That kid was a legend, man. Growing up, man. This kid could take pain like nobody I've ever known. Took a stun gun to get him to say I quit. General Penguin said the tribal chief Roman Reigns is gonna win, and Fatu is gonna join Roman, or Solo will get involved and cost Fatu. Hey, I think Roman's going over, and I truly believe that the better storyline would be Jacob Fatu have to serve in Roman Reigns as a disgruntled employee, being mad and pissed off and shit. If they do this right, they can make some real good TV. Yes, the big gold belt. Fuck yeah. The big that big gold belt is epic. Hell's yeah, Chappelle. And that Kenny Omega AEW belt. Actually, you know what? I'm sorry. I said the NWA belt and the one winged eagle belt. Actually, there's a third belt that I would want just as much as those two. And that actually would be the New Japan belt that Kenny Omega and AJ Styles both held. I love that New Japan belt. That thing is so prestige. You didn't have guys that held that belt 55 times, like, for instance. Except for Tanahashi. Cold Slayer said, my three belts would be the one winged eagle from the Attitude Era. Yep, same. The Ruthless Aggression belt. Oh, no, I'm sorry. The one winged eagle, the Attitude belt, and the Ruthless Aggression Undisputed belt. Cold, the one that Eddie Guerrero had, right? When he beat Brock Lesnar. That's the one you mean, right? For the Undisputed belt for the Ruthless Aggression Era. Man, that thing was beautiful. Foghorn Leghorn. Woo! I wish I had a horn sound effect for you right now, D. Talk said Roman wins. Solo joins Roman. Screws Fatu. They need to do something with the MFTs right now. They got a great look. And I would put the entire family together. I wouldn't book the whole family together on a show. But I would put Roman obviously as the king of the faction. And then I would take everybody under Roman and I'd have Roman split them up into two. Obviously, one he does on that one group stays with him on Raw, and then he puts his number one general in charge of the other group and gives them the assignment to go over to SmackDown and to not come back until they take SmackDown's world title and all their gold. That would be the play I'd be running with the Roman Reigns family. Lord knows they got enough of guys in there to do it. Chappelle said the Roadrunner was my favorite. Okay, beep beep. Epic. Roadrunner was epic. I'd love to see the Roadrunner versus the Flash in a race to see who's the fastest. General Penguin said, Yosemite Sam and the Roadrunner, awesome. Chappelle said the New Japan Kenny Omega belt is a must-have. Bro, that belt is so good. To me, that New Japan belt is just as prestige as the NWA belt. Like, And there weren't many like Americans to hold that belt, which made it even more special to know guys like AJ Styles, Kenny Omega, Kurt Angle. I'm pretty sure Brock, and I believe Brock Lesnar held. Yeah, Brock Lesnar, right? Held it too. Big Man said, "I agree. Hell yeah, the fans don't throw shit at us, Hunter. We are not doing our job. I tell all the old people, so they really hate us. Hell yeah." General Penguin said the Smoking Skull is my favorite, but I really like the old 10 pounds of gold during the NWA era. Now, the Smoking Skull is my favorite, like custom, I'd say, belt. Because you had all the wrestlers make throughout time, they all got their own special belts at times. And out of all the ones that got to make their own championship belt, the Smoking Skull is without a doubt my personal favorite. Okay, guys, I was discussing this at work. Who is the best comedic wrestler of all time? R-Truth. Easily, to me, R-Truth easily it. He's been doing it for many, many years and always had me rolling. I don't think anybody made me laugh as much as R-Truth did throughout all the years. Colt said the Ruthless Aggression belt was ugly at first, but it grew on me from Hulk. From Hulk still rules. Ooh, the AWA championship. Hell yeah, Chappelle. The AWA championship belt was a classic too. D said Jacob is going to win with a little help from a friend or a brother. Or a brother. See, that's what I don't know. If Zilla was to debut, would they still let Roman? Would Roman still go over? I don't know. I just don't think Roman's dropping the belt yet. Because all right, so if Jacob was to win, what do you do with Roman? Tax said, "Who's gonna crash out? If I say the greatest belt is the OG spinner belt." Hey, listen. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. And the spinner belt was cool as shit. I don't care what anybody says. When the Latrell Sprewell spinning rims came out, it was so over in New York. Everybody had spinners on their car at one point. That shit was so over. Then you had the G Unit spinner chain. So it's only right that there was a WWE World title that spun. The group would be too big. WWE don't like factions very much. I don't know why they don't love factions. Everything they did big, all their big moments came from great factions. The factions print money. When you have a good faction, they bring old fans back. You always hear people make the comment, wrestling is cool again. And when you hear that comment, it's because there was a faction that made it cool again. Who's Kenny Omega? What do you mean, who's Kenny Omega, Tux? Yo, he's messing with us. He knows who Kenny Omega is. What if the final boss came out to help Jacob Fatu win? That would be epic. Here's the only reason why I pray that doesn't happen is because he will not make the dates after it to make that storyline be awesome. But you're right, Chappelle. It would absolutely be amazing if The Rock and Zilla Fatu came out and shut shit down. Because then you'd have The Rock, Jacob, and Zilla versus the Usos and Roman. That would be beautiful. And it would set up Roman versus Rock at WrestleMania. Oh, and this is a real fact. Do you know that Roman Reigns is actually Jacob Fatu's uncle? Ain't that some shit? Kenny Omega is Brian Kendricks in disguise. Oh, I knew Chappelle was going to feel a certain way on that one. Hey, Santino was wrestling Thursday night. He wrestled his daughter's boyfriend, Stax, from NXT. And Stax got the Cobra. Kenny Omega is the AEW superstar jobber. Hey, I'm praying after Double or Nothing that maybe, just maybe, Kenny Omega wakes up and realizes, hey, I was the god of wrestling. It's time for me to put myself over now and stop being the AEW jobber. Andy Kaufman. Danhausen needs to curse Kenny Omega. Oh no. You know what? I think Danhausen has already cursed Kenny. I believe he has already cursed him. With the amount of matches we keep seeing him lose. Meanwhile, he made the video package for Double or Nothing. When he goes to smoke the cigar in the video package for Stadium Stampede and starts choking, it made it so perfect. Man, that was, that was just beautiful writing. And it's very rare I ever get to say that for AEW. Cole said, "My lady loves R-Truth and Sid Vicious." Sid once said, "I'm an unstoppable stopped giant." You know what, though? Only Sid Vicious could F up a promo like that, and it still was over. Sid Vicious was the man. I'm actually trying to find a Sid Vicious figure right now with the blue attire that he had back when he was first with WWF, feuding with Hulk Hogan. General said, "What if Zilla helps Roman and turns on Jacob? Maybe." Yo, that that very well could happen too. And it would be a twist that nobody would expect. You know what? That's why I think it probably won't happen, because I don't think WWE could see it. How gold that would be. Especially after what we seen what they wrote tonight for SmackDown. But General, I love it. I love the idea you threw out there. Chappelle said the spinner belt has nothing on the big gold. Oh, well, absolutely not. Yo, the big gold Ric Flair belt, man, that thing is beautiful. You needed, remember what Ric Flair told us? I had no idea about that either. You needed to put $25,000 deposit down when you were world champion. Which to me, I think that's so crazy to tell these wrestlers that they needed to have 25K to put down as a deposit. Like, these guys are traveling the world, not making anywhere near the money that the wrestlers make today. So that's a lot of money to have tied up to be world champion. Yo, I hated that belt. Hated it. I don't like to say anything bad Bray Wyatt, especially since he was so awesome. And R.I.P. to Bray Wyatt, man. That guy was such a genius. Almost everything he did was gold. The only thing he didn't do that I thought was trash was the belt. That belt was not a fan. Ooh, Eugene. Eugene was really good too. Eugene, best comedic wrestler. Ooh. Yeah, I'm still saying R-Truth, but I would definitely put Eugene right there. Like, I could see, depending on who you ask, those would always be the two names for number 1 and 2. Right, Chappelle? That's crazy that Roman actually is Jacob's uncle. Oh yeah, General. Nice talks. R-Truth was your pick? My guy. Let's go. No Kenny Omega slander, please. Talk said, but we all know Big Papa Pump was the best comedic wrestler that had no idea he was being a comedic wrestler. Bro, just the biceps Big Papa Pump were next level. His biceps had biceps. Like, my pops always used to love it when Big Papa Pump would come out and make the muscle, and you'd see the bink and then bink again. Like, Man, that shit was amazing. You didn't see anybody's arms do what Big Papa Pump could do. Kenny can take a huge bump. His AEW run's been a huge bump, unfortunately. Scott Steiner in TNA was funny as hell. When he was with the Main Event Mafia or after? Oh, big man, he was joking. He knows who Kenny Omega is. General Penguin said Kenny Omega can't go like that due to his illness. He can't wrestle like that anymore. Hey, I know that illness he's got is very bad. But I'm telling you, do not ever count Kenny Omega out. I think he can still put on an amazing banger of a match. The only problem is putting on that kind of quality over and over. See, that's where the illness, I think, comes into being a real problem more. But hey, he doesn't need to put a 5-star match on every night. Just when, if he wins the world title, just for the big shows. Man, he was so good. Especially when he first debuted as the cleaner for Bullet Club, and he came out dressed like the Terminator with the black trench coat, the black glasses. Oh man, that was so good. Tough said we are all hoping that something crazy is going to happen in Tribal Combat, but we all know also that we are about to get a 15-minute snooze fest with more commercials than wrestling. And Roman wins clean. Man, I hope they don't do that to us. Even though WWE time after time has given us evidence to expect that. But we need Tribal Combat to not only be off the hook. We need that match to not end clean. No matter who wins, some shenanigans need to go down. Tell you, drinking out of the Mandalorian just feels right. Remember when Scott Steiner called Ric Flair a wrinkled up Sharpie dog or puppy? Scott Steiner was the best. Man, he was so good. I remember when Ric Flair went to WWF, right, with the big gold belt. Bro, that shit was so badass. They didn't want to give Ric Flair, they wouldn't give Ric Flair his deposit back. And they told him, "Fuck you, Rick." Rick said, "Fuck me, no. Fuck you." And went to WWF with the big gold belt and kept showing it on the WWF show up until WCW sued them like a little bitch, and then they had to black out the belt every time he'd come out with it. But that shit is so epic, because that was the first real time we've ever seen somebody take another company's world title with them to another company. So, technically, yeah, Alundra Blaze threw the women's world title out on WCW TV. And yes, that is a cardinal sin. But technically, Ric Flair did it first. He took their world title and brought it to WWF. So Scott Steiner promo about Samoa Joe being fat will be the funniest promo for me. Man, I remember that too. Only if Braun Breaker could Steiner entrance and theme music would be amazing. I think it's so stupid that we all know he's a Steiner, but there's no Steiner name at all mentioned. He should be Braun Steiner, and his nickname should be Braun Breaker. Because, Braun Steiner don't sound right. Which is why they should call him Steiner or Braun Breaker. And hey, isn't that the point of a nickname? When your regular name doesn't sound all right, you get a cool nickname. Steiner Math is forever top 5 comedy promos. Toxic. Epic. Chappelle said, I remember that one promo with Bully Ray and Scott Steiner told him, it's over for you, Bully Ray. And he had the weight bands. Man, Scott Steiner he really was the best comedy wrestler to not know he was doing comedy wrestling. That comment was gold before. Brock Lesnar had the same thing that Kenny Omega had. And Brock turned out. Well, that's actually why Brock Lesnar lost the UFC World title? That problem with his stomach was acting up before he had to go out and fight. Like, I can't even picture someone going into the octagon while that's bothering them and fighting. And now we're talking at the world heavyweight champion of the world and fight like the highest level there possibly is in UFC. Oh, my hat goes off to Brock Lesnar just for being able to have that problem and still go out and try to fight. Because I guarantee you, anybody else would have called that fight off. One of the nights when we do like just a bullshit live, when we're not covering anything, we can do something like that, big man. You don't have any social media? Because you need a way to reach me, besides on YouTube, so we could set something up. Talk said Brock Lesnar wrestling style is completely different and way less damaging. And I'm telling you, as long as Brock Lesnar is kicking, we are all safe. Aliens will not invade us as long as Brock Lesnar is breathing. They came down one time, thought they were gonna do something. They demanded us to bring out a fighter to defend Earth, and Brock Lesnar came out and just demolished this dude, this little alien guy. And that was it. They went back to space and they told all the entire atmosphere, Earth is off limits as long as Brock Lesnar is breathing. And you know what? I don't blame them. I know I wouldn't want to fight Brock Lesnar. Shit. The only way I'm fighting Brock Lesnar is if I get a grenade launcher and he doesn't. And he gets nothing. And we have to start 40 feet apart. Gotta make sure. Oh yeah, Chappelle. Bro, that thing is so bad. Like, I don't know if you guys ever had a friend that had Crohn's disease. Crohn's is in your stomach. I've had family and friends that had that. And what Brock had is worse than that. And I can't even picture worse. Crohn's is so bad. I've had friends have to go straight to the hospital because of how bad that shit got. Damn right aliens are real. Not too many people would. Right, Presley? What up, Presley? Too sweet. How are we tonight, Presley? Hey, I hope you had a safe and fun week as always, Presley. Who wins? Brock Lesnar versus Chuck Norris. Ooh, that's a good one. That's the dream match we'll never get, unfortunately. Hey, nobody can take Chuck Norris, though. Do you know Chuck Norris once took on Skeletor and won? True story. True story. You have Crohn's talks? Oh man, I'm so sorry to hear, brother. That is, man, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Like that is, oh man. I'm so sorry to hear, Tox. I hope, brother, that it goes more than it comes, at least. Email. Big man, you gotta get like a Facebook or an Instagram, brother. Come on, you gotta get with the times. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Chappelle, literally nothing to play with. That the pain I seen my good friends and my cousin go through. I even had an ex that dealt with it, that she had it. It it is the it's the worst, like, and it sucks so much, like, because you had to, especially, like, of course, it doesn't suck more than the person who has it, but even if you have a friend that you had to watch, just watching someone you care and love go through that, it it kills you, it breaks you inside that because you wanna take that pain away from them as much as possible. You'll do anything to stop that pain for them, and knowing that there's nothing you can do is like, "Yo, tell 'em, King, team no sleep. If you have not already, smash that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Support is free 99. We are live every Monday night, every Friday night for the Raw and SmackDown reviews. We go live for all the cool wrestling shows. Shit. And we will be live guaranteed for Clash of Italy this Sunday. And we're thinking of going live for MLW if we have the time to do it tomorrow. Presley said, "What up, brother? I've been good, thanks." Okay, that's what I want to hear, Presley. That's what I'm talking about, my brother. Too sweet. Damn right, King. Tell him, King. Tell him, big man. Hit that like button and subscribe. Hey, what up, Hitman? Welcome to Sweet. Hey, I hope your stream went good, brother. How are we tonight, Hitman? Chuck Norris wrestled Kenny Omega and is squashed. Hey, Chuck Norris will be the forever ongoing joke. Now that's the true matchup, and I wish I could have seen Bruce Lee versus Chuck Norris. And Chappelle said Bruce Lee beat Chuck Norris. Yo, that's another badass dude you don't ever want to mess with. Bruce Lee, come on. If Bruce Lee cheated, he grabbed the chest hair. Tell him, Tox. Tell him. There we go. Big man, and it's good for your brand to have social media so that way, because now if other wrestling companies want to book you, big man, they would go through your social media. So definitely make a social media. I recommend making an Instagram, but Facebook works also. I would definitely do one of the two, if not both. Especially since you're a referee, I would absolutely make sure you have an Instagram and a Facebook because that could help you get a lot more bookings. That's what I'm talking about, big man in charge. Hey, that's your wrestling homework. I'm giving you for the night. I'm giving you homework. First and only time I'm ever giving you homework. Hey, and I would never waste your time if I didn't think this was something that could help you make more money. Because if God forbid tomorrow, where you're working, decides that they're done, having social media and having pictures and everything and people and a way for all these people to reach out to you, and also at the same time for you to be able to reach out to them is huge, especially as a referee. you definitely want to try to get booked as much as possible. Bruce Lee versus Chuck Norris happened in a way of the dragon from a film in the 1970s. Shit, we weren't even alive yet. Presley said Chuck Norris was the special referee at Survivor Series. You're damn right. And he snap kicked Jeff Jarrett onto his ass. Chappelle said they fought in a movie. I forget the name of it. Way of the Dragon. Thank you, Tox. Jeez, hey, I us older guys, we don't like to do that shit. I'm not gonna lie, it took me a long time too to get to do social media. I originally only did Facebook to hit on girls. And then finally actually and then I only did Instagram because I was in a contest. I was trying to win equipment to build a gym, and I was in a contest for it. And you had to have an Instagram. And then once I did that, a bunch of my friends saw I had an Instagram and they all started friend requesting me. And I felt bad at that point now to delete the Instagram like I had planned on it. And here we are today now, where I am grateful that I didn't delete it because shit, it came in very handy now. Way of the Dragon, great movie. I don't know if it's Way of the Dragon I have. I'm not saying it's not called Way of the Dragon. I'm just saying I myself, I think I either have that on VHS or the other one with Enter the Dragon. I think it's Enter the Dragon I have. I don't think I have with him and Chuck Norris. I wish I did. I gotta watch it again. I haven't seen it in so long. Definitely great movie. Presley said Bruce Lee taught Norris. Chappelle said, yep, talks, facts. Chuck Norris literally says 0 words in the entire film. Just pure karate. Badass, right? Yes, sir. Double I went down. Hells yeah. Rest in power to Chuck Norris. True legend. The Grim Reaper needed to retire, unfortunately. And he knew the only man to find for the job was Chuck Norris. So, me personally, I don't believe Chuck Norris is truly dead. I think he just went to an alternate universe to take over for the Grim Reaper. Yep, that's the lie I'm telling myself, and I believe it. Big Man said I was in the 70s. Hey, did you get to see Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee fight on like the big screen? Hey, Big Man, D just joking around with you, brother. You know that. Wolfpack howling at the moon tonight. No sleep, crew. Tox, I sleep on Sundays and Mondays. The beauty of insomnia. Plus, do you remember we used to go live even later? In the beginning, we were starting the lives at 3 in the morning, sometimes 3:30, 4 a.m. And we would stay live till like 6:30. Big man, go to my YouTube page. There's a link right there in the top that you click, and it gives you all the info. And you click on that, it's got my Instagram, my Facebook, my TikTok, and all you gotta do is click it, and it brings you right to it. So that way you don't gotta type it out or anything. Makes it super easy for you. Any Bruce Lee movie is a classic. Hell yeah. Let me see something. All right. Hold on, I can do this. Make this nice and easy for you. Let me share screen for a second, guys. So when you go to my page on YouTube, right there, right here, you have the link. It's lit up for you to click on it. You click on that bad boy. You click on that, and it brings you to this page that has all my social medias you need for the WPF. And if you go on to my other channel, it does the same thing for everything connected to that channel. So that way, and that goes for anybody who has social media, make sure you guys subscribe to the channels. You could always reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram. I don't go on Facebook as much as I should be going. I go on Instagram every day. But you could always reach out to me on those two. TikTok, I'm like a ghost on TikTok. There's only so many hours in the day, unfortunately. Wasn't Chuck Norris a hitman in the movie? I believe so. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. Did Dog the Bounty Hunter? I am the dog, the big bad dog. Bum bum bum. Bounty Hunter. Hey, come on. Who didn't enjoy Dog the Bounty Hunter episodes back then? Come on. But you're right. I don't know how either. Tox, I know, right? Chappelle agrees too. Hey, who do you guys got in Game 7, Spurs or Thunder? Well, I'll tell you one thing. It don't matter if it's the Spurs or the Thunder, because whichever one wins is about to get these hands by my Knicks. Bro, my Knicks are on fire, baby. This is our year. The Knicks will not be denied this year, baby. D said the Thunder. Okay, we got the Thunder. Hey, Mark Henry was at Game 7 and did like a little thing at the halftime where he came out and he hit the Thunder's mascot with a chair. Chappelle said that was a classic match. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Bret the Hitman Hart. Hells yeah. Do you know that match went into the Hall of Fame last year? So good. So Hey, what up, Adam Ford? Welcome to the live, brother. Too sweet. He said dog was the shit. Hells yeah. Man, I was a big Dog the Bounty Hunter. Before I ever decided to do YouTube, I was gonna do bail enforcement. Beth, that's right. Beth passed away. R.I.P. to Beth. Yo, she was a legend in that show. Decent. Oh boy, Hunter. I remember those days. Not going to bed till the sun comes up after a 4-hour live. Woo! Right, D? Bro, we would. Oh, I don't know how we were doing it. It was pure pandemonium, baby. Spurs are winning it all. Man, let's see if you could even get past Oklahoma first. All right, you still got to beat the Thunder. But and even if by some chance you make it to my Knicks, we're on an 11-0 run right now. We have so much momentum that it's just not happening. Yo, the Knicks are winning. This is the Knicks year. There is no effing shot the Knicks ain't winning this year. Tell him, D. He said I'm turning heel. Tox is turning heel on us, D. Let's see you beat Oklahoma first, then we'll go back to this argument. I know the Spurs didn't sweep their last opponent. I forgot who we just beat. The Cavs. We broke out the brooms in New York for the Cavs. Come on. Hells yeah, Chappelle. Yo, Bet would not take no shit from nobody. Yo, Beth was so badass. But then, after she calmed down, she really would help those women out before they got, put in the prison and everything. She was so good, Beth. I just pulled a sting. I'm enjoying the attacks the NWO type move there. This is Wolfpack country, baby. Sting was game for Wolfpack, baby. He knew Wolfpack was just cool. Yo, Wemby is very good. I won't say Wemby's not good, but Jalen Brunson, man, yo, he can't be stopped right now. But when you have momentum, it is the biggest thing when it comes for basketball. That having that edge of momentum is the difference. Man, the Knicks haven't been this puffed up in over 20 years. This is it. If the Knicks don't win this year, it ain't ever happening. Not while I'm on not while I'm on this planet, unfortunately. Big man, did you hit me up on Instagram? If you did, I'll have it. Man, if you don't think momentum is huge, man, then you never played basketball before. That is the biggest difference. When a team is on fire, whew. Chappelle said, better yet, the Four Horsemen attacking Lex Luger. Now that was a must-see TV. And I'm glad they did attack Lex Luger. Let me see. You ain't wrong, D. Big man, you gotta just go to my page. I can't put the link in. You gotta ask one of the mods to do it. D, could you put the link in for Big Man? Donate. Graham the man, my brother. Yo, Graham, do me a solid, Graham. Could you put my Instagram link in the chat, Graham, if you don't mind, brother? I'm a dream of Pat Chapman and the tribal combo. Right? Graham, thank you, brother. Yeah, I don't have a mouse. I'm on a laptop. And for some reason they don't let me like do links. I have to open up Instagram, go into Instagram, copy it, come back to here. It's such a process when you're going live without a mouse to do it super quick. But hey, that's the point of mods. Mods take care of trolls and post links when you need them. That's the whole point of being a mod. What's an Instagram? Big man trying to be the next Teddy Long. Chappelle, then expect all 6-man tags. Thank you, Graham. See, that's why he's Graham the man. There you go, big man. That's the Instagram link. Right, I miss Teddy Long. Big man, Graham just posted it. Nobody said the words "The Undertaker" better than Teddy Long. Man, Teddy Long, so what a legend. Holla holla. Throwback right there, right? That's I forgot about that he was an NWA rep. Holy shit. Imagine if Trick Willie with Teddy Long, that would be a dope pair. Shit, I'd rather him be with Teddy Long than what's the rapper's name he's with right now? He's not bad, but he just kind of seems pointless with Trick Williams. I feel like he's Trick Williams' own Virgil. Yo, South Jersey, what up, brother? 2, 3. How are we, South Jersey? Hey, South, I'm sorry we didn't get to do something earlier. You got to blame Bulldog for that one, though. Trick is going to be champion by 2027. You damn right he is. That's one of my channels also. I have 2. Big man, Graham posted it for you. GTC. GTC posted it for you. Scroll up to when GTC posted it. That's Graham. Look, he posted it right there for you, big man. All you gotta do is go right to that and click it, and it'll take you right there. Or go right to my homepage on YouTube, and it'll take you. Nah, Graham, I don't think he realized that you're Graham. Yeah, I forgot that most people don't know you're Graham. They're thinking they just know you as GTC. Holla holla. All good, dude. I kind of guessed with all the bullshit going on with the Travis raffle and stuff, people are gonna be. He ended up getting getting a side job at the last minute. We were gonna go live at 9:30 tonight because neither of us gave a shit about the Travises, but the side job screwed it up. Ended up screwing it up. Chappelle, you don't like Trick Williams? Really? You better get your lemon pepper steppers going. Trick is the best thing since Popeye's chicken going global. Ooh, at the raceway. How was it, Graham? Ah, shit. They got to get that paper. I don't blame them. Facts. Right, South? That's why I told him, I said, shit. I don't blame you if it. opportunity to make some. You just got to do it. Trick is okay, but that damn Lash Legend though, yes, Lord. Yo, Lash Legend, she's awesome. I think pairing her up with Nia Jax was perfect. The only thing they didn't do good was taking the belts off them. They should still be our women's tag team champions. Yep, Larry Chin and Sue Kang were there doing autographs. Woo! Talks said Last Legend. Woo! There you go, big man. I stayed the whole day watching regular folks racing around the track. Hey, did you get autographs from those two guys that you just mentioned? While you were there? Little Yacht. That's the rapper with him, Little Yachi. I'm gonna start calling him Virgil soon. I'll start calling him Trick Williams and the 2026 Virgil. How about Sol Ruka though? OMG. Hey, I like Sol Ruka. It just sucks that I remember me and D were talking about it last time that on NXT she had never screwed up doing her finisher. But now that she's on the main roster, she keeps slipping on the ropes. I'm really wondering if the ropes are looser on the main roster than on NXT. Because if that's the case, that could be it makes perfect sense then why Sol Ruka's is slipping. Let's go, Grant. That's what I'm talking about. Bagged and tagged. Chappelle said, no, not Virgil. Hey, I need Little Yachi to do some shit. He be doing some real Virgil shit recently. What if Sol Ruka slipping is part of the story with Becky? Yeah, she's been doing it before Becky. It's almost been every time on the main roster. R.I.P. to Virgil, man. That dude was funny. I miss his IG post about the Olive Garden. Hey, Olive Garden breadsticks are legendary. Absolute legendary. Grant, we may get into an Olive Garden debate now. Now you brought up the Olive Garden. Virgil passed away. I didn't know that. He did? I don't know why, Chappelle, but I felt like I thought he was still alive too, I feel like. You ain't kidding, Hunter. Bottomless breadsticks? Goated. It was a few years ago. All right, so if it was a few years ago, Chappelle, we probably just forgot then if it was a few years ago. If it was recently, I would have said maybe we didn't know. But a few years ago, we had to know. We probably just don't, forgot with everything. Come on, with the sauce, you can't forget the sauce. Woo! The butter and Parmesan on the breadsticks was life. Chat, I need to know, chat, are you pro Olive Garden or you don't like the Olive Garden? Because I've noticed when it comes to the Olive Garden, either you love it or you hate it. And I used to get in arguments over the Olive Garden like people get into fights with over sports. Trick Williams and Little Virgil. That's perfect. Little Virgil, we're gonna call him. He is now forever known as Little Virgil. Olive Garden's a treat, man. Yo, the black tie mousse cake for dessert, goated. So good. Talk said Olive Garden breadsticks over Kenny Omega. Man, I love Kenny Omega, but I'm taking Olive Garden breadsticks. Only salad, soup, breadsticks, though. Whew. That's actually the only time I eat salad is at the Olive Garden. Salad and breadsticks. When they come to they're like, you need an appetizer. It's like, yo, I'm good. I got never-ending breadsticks and a huge bowl of salad with the Olive Garden home dressing. Shit, now I want to go to Olive Garden. South said, yeah, I mess with the Olive Garden. Ooh, I like Carrabba's, but I don't like. I get it. You like so South's he does like the Olive Garden, but he likes Carrabba's more. I go Olive Garden then Carrabba's, but I love them both. I was so happy the first time I went to a Carrabba's. That so good. Chappelle said, "Talks go to." I was waiting for Chappelle to come in hot. I knew you were coming in hot after that Kenny Omega comment was made. If I want pasta, I ain't trusting the Olive Garden. Come on. You know what though? You're a Spurs fan. I expect a comment like this out of a Spurs fan. He's oh, you do have Crohn's, right? So never mind. Then Tox, you get a suck. He gets a pass. I make my own pasta and chicken parm and sauce myself. Ooh. Hey, your nickname is Graham the Man, so I bet it's bang-a-langin'. And Graham said, "Oh no, Chrome's man, I'm sorry." Right? Telling you, anybody who knows what Chrome's is knows that, that is no joke. He said exactly. Olive Garden ain't the pasta place. Oh, come on, Chappelle. I'll take Red Lobster bread over the Olive Garden. Come on. Olive Garden. No doubt, big man. I'll check it after the live. Yo, Red Lobster cheddar biscuits are also goated. Unfortunately, I have never had a biscuit from Red Lobster, so I don't know, but I'm still taking Olive Garden first. If I want pasta, somebody's Italian grandma is who I want it from. Shit. Good luck finding an Italian restaurant with Italians that make it these days. Shit. But you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong, Tox. South's allergic to gloom, but I eat it anyway. Imagine. Shit tears me up, but it's good. I kind of built my tolerance up because when I was young, it would destroy my stomach. Oh, ah. Tox said red Lobster is such ass. Perhaps it makes sense. Texas Roadhouse got good bread and made in house. Hells yeah. And they got a good burger too. I like Texas Roadhouse. First time I had them was in PA. Cheddar cheese biscuits, yes, loaded. I got lactose, but I still drink milk. Ock it. Head to head Texas Roadhouse buns versus Olive Garden breadsticks. You know what? I would have to have Texas Roadhouse again to pick between them. Because it's been so long since I've had Texas Roadhouse to try to pick between that and Olive Garden's breadsticks, man. Ooh, it's hard to beat those breadsticks. Man, Red Lobster biscuits. Woo! See, we got Grand Ric Flair over there over Red Lobster biscuits. Texas Roadhouse with all those damn peanut shells. Nobody sweeps up around there. That's what I'm talking about. I can't do regular milk neither. Has to be 2% or Fairlife. But nothing beats that 2% out of the glass bottle. Yo, glass bottle milk is where it's at. And we're back. And that's how you clap yourself. I had a coworker tell me he ordered medium well sirloin and brown rice at Texas Roadhouse. I think he's a serial killer. Ooh, a peanut allergy? Person's nightmare. Oh, yeah. I used to love Oreos and milk. Now that I know what Oreos are, it breaks my heart. Absolutely double axe handled myself. Damn, we might be connected. I love Oreos, especially McFlurries. or Oreo Sundae. Oh, but they kill me. I break out in hives and shit. Oh, damn, South Jersey. My little brother used to work at Texas Roadhouse. He used to bring home food when he got off. That shit was hella good. I I can feel the pain though in your comment because you said he used to work there. Oreos can withstand a welding torch. Hey, double stuff Oreos? Now we're talking my shit. Maybe you guys ran into each other before you knew who. You never know, right? Oreos can withstand a welding torch, but die in milk in 12 seconds. Make it make sense. Not even I can touch that one, Tox. Not even I. Well, we are Bay Area folks, Hunter. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Graham. Imagine they're like Twinkies. They can survive a nuke. Facts. South Jersey. Facts. Graham said facts, Tox. Hells yeah. Man, you guys are making me want to go pig out afterwards. But unfortunately, all I have is pretzels and frosted flakes. Twinkies are stronger than Kenny Omega. Oh, no. Damn, Tox. You just asking for Chappelle to curse you, aren't you? Our diets back then from the liquor store should be illegal. Knowing what we know now. Little Debbie's is the first girl I ever ate. I still love her. Who doesn't love Little Debbie, right? Yo, Frosted Flakes are fucking delicious. Yo, for real. Frosted Flakes is my shit. You're making me hungry with all this food, right? For real, Chappelle. These pretzels are making me thirsty. Steinfeld. Hey, what up, Matt? How are we tonight, Matt? Too sweet. Big Man said, yep, Red Lobster got the better cheddar cheese biscuits. Man, I gotta try one now. Talk said, Little Debbie doesn't make me fat. She just makes you easier to see. Tox, go to hell. Yep. I was waiting for Chappelle to give me a comment about that Kenny Omega comment before. I was waiting for it. Cheddar cheese biscuits for the win. And I love Frosted Flakes until I found out it has Roundup in it. Roundup? What do you mean? What's Roundup? Okay, let's get food. Let's get off food. Back to wrestling. I don't want to walk downstairs to my kitchen. Little Debbie can get it right now. Right, Shabbat? Them eggs they be selling in them brain barrels should be legal. Them shits got 100 milligrams of sodium, and they still sell them shits. And I don't know who the F buys them. Ooh. Hey, if you like going to the movies, Regal and Cinemark. I'm not sure about AMC. I think AMC though too. They all just started carrying these personal pan pizzas. Whew. It's my new thing to do when I go to the movies. I get the mini pizza. So good. Weed kill. Chappelle said Roundup. What the hell? Ooh, little Debbie got them cream pies. Oh no, I'm here, big man. No error. Neither. They legit have 1,000 milligrams of sodium. Yo, Braun Breaker, what up, fam? Too sweet. I'm currently watching AEW. Which what show you watching? The Round Table, bro. the King Arthur special. Now that put on, this is not easy to drink out of. You need like 2 freaking hands for it. MJF is AEW. You damn right. He, thankfully for AEW, he brought prestige back to their company's championship. Yo, for real, Chappelle. Hunter, did you see the Groku Mando cups at Burger King? They change color with the temperature of the drink. I might go back to get one tomorrow. No, I didn't. Thank you, South Jersey. Now I know what I'm having for dinner tomorrow night. We're going to Burger King for dinner tomorrow night. I'm definitely going to grab one of those cups now. South Jersey, too sweet. AEW Summer Blockbuster. Is that the name of the show, or are you talking about Double or Nothing? Doc said MJF is no La Champion. A little bit of the bubbly. Man, I still can't believe what Chris Jericho did during that match at Stadium Stampede. Jumped off the top of the ropes to the outside. He did the Steiner Hurlton Rana from the top ropes. Man, you would have thought Jericho was 21 again. Shit. No problem. It's part of the special meal. I didn't notice they had it last time. I would have got it. Man, I never know when the like Burger King and these places have all like the cool toys and shit. We need more ads for that kind of stuff. Like, let's do our favorite AEW match. Oof. You're gonna get a lot of people that they're gonna tell you their favorite AEW match was turning the TV off. Jericho's body looks like Stretch Armstrong melted in the sun. Oh no! Hey, he did get into better shape than he was in this time. Chris Jericho saved us all during COVID. Yes, he did. Go to hell, Tox, with your Twinkie jokes. Damn, Tox, you got Big Man and Chappelle now cursing you. Chappelle said, "Yep, Chris Jericho did his thing." Burger King has a promotional tie-in for the Star Wars Mandalorian Grogu movie, featuring collectible cups. You can unlock these metallic finished plastic cups by purchasing the Bounty Bundle or select combos like the Barbecue Bounty Whopper combo or the Grogu Garlic Chicken Fried combo. Or by the old, when they're not looking, grab a cup, depending on where they have them combo. Hunter's tan is outright hilarious. Yo, Jericho's tan is hilarious. You really are right about it. Absolutely. Toxin, I'm going to help. Going to hell for me is watching Kenny Omega wrestle Okada for 48 minutes straight, and I cannot turn it off. Please don't wish that on me. Damn. Damn, bro. Come on. You're telling me you really didn't like Kenny Omega versus Okada back in New Japan? Come on. I'm calling bullshit. Ooh, 4 different cups? I like the sound of that. Whose tan is worse, Trump or Jericho? Yep, and the meal I heard ain't bad neither. The blue shake. I'll put that blue shake to the test. Chappelle said mine was Kenny Omega beating John Moxley for the AEW championship. His run for the belt collector. I like that, Chappelle. I may go. I think I'm going to stick with that also. Because Moxley's my guy for AEW. And him versus Kenny Omega in the beginning was poetry. Oh, absolutely. I'm talking about Kenny Omega versus Okada in New Japan. That was that was true wrestling at its best. I don't even remember them doing it again in AEW. But then again, I don't really watch AEW, so I wouldn't be surprised if I missed it like that. AEW cannot tell a freaking story. Okay, I like the first two times Okada and Omega went for 48 minutes. But they done it like 8 times now. That's like when Brock and Roman were fighting for like a year straight. It was like, come on, do we have anybody else for these guys? One of my favorite match was the best friends in that parking lot brawl. In the first year, Trent Beretta went off. Yeah, where is Trent Beretta nowadays? Mine was CM Punk coming out the first time in a long time, and he was just talking in the ring. That was my favorite AEW match. Oh no! But hey, that was special though. We hadn't seen CM Punk in a wrestling ring in 10 years. So to see him come back at AEW was awesome. But you just knew he wasn't it wasn't working. Like he didn't fit in. Okada versus Omega, classic shit. Absolutely. Burger King also has Star Wars toys in the kids' meals now too. You can buy the toys by themselves. Oh yeah, that I got down pat. Anytime these Burger King, McDonald's, and them have the toys, you can go in there and scoop those sons of bitches up. And if you tell the right story, you might get the toy for free, but most of the times they're gonna charge you. Vax Hunter, yes sir, Graham. Hey bro, I'm kind of behind on wrestling. I told people to sub to your channel. I only watched the end of SmackDown tonight. Yo, what up, C-Pal? Too sweet. I appreciate that. Hey, you didn't miss anything with SmackDown. SmackDown was a snooze fest. C-Pal, what you need to watch is Clash at Italy Sunday. You watch that show on Sunday, you'll be all caught up and you'll know everything you need to know about wrestling today. And if they don't screw the Stamp pay-per-view up, it should be a phenomenal show. I'll never get a chance to see my dream match thanks to CM Punk versus Kenny. Oh man, Punk versus Omega. I would have enjoyed that one. Just not the Kenny Omega we're getting right now. The real Kenny Omega versus CM Punk. That was awesome. He even made a fan cry. Right? Like, you mean thanks to Tony Khan having no balls? GTC, that too, bro. Tony Khan could have beat WWE if he left the booking to real bookers. Facts. WWE would be in real trouble if AEW could frickin' book a show. Look at what they did for Double or Nothing. They booked that show was booked perfect from start to finish. And it was the best show of 2026. You even had the top journalists saying that. Like, there's no way you can think Double or Nothing was bad. Just no way. If you didn't like Double or Nothing, you are an AEW hater. I will always love my WWE more, but I will give AEW the credit when they deserve it. Oh shit. Tox, you just got cursed. The most over WWE wrestler. He is not named Danhausen. That's for shit sure. He is a vampire, crazy guy, and a teeth. Well, he does collect teeth. He definitely is not all there. He does think he's a vampire. So you got Tox got it most of it right, just not the part of him being the most over. I'm told that AEW is better currently, and I'm excited for the mask versus mask tonight. Any predictions for Clash of Italy? So I think Roman Reigns is gonna go over Jacob Fatu, but with Zilla Fatu losing title belts on the Indies right now, there's a really good chance that he could be part of this storyline. And how great would that be if Zilla Fatu debuts at Clash of Italy? Like, and I absolutely want Rhea Ripley to beat Jade. I don't think Jade Cargill is ready to hold the belt again. I don't think she was ready the first time. She needs to get better in the ring. And until then, I would rather see Rhea Ripley hold the women's championship. Now, the real question is, does Cody and Roman both keep their world titles? I wouldn't mind seeing Gunther win. I think it's a better story for Cody to chase Gunther than Gunther to chase Cody. Right? Danhausen is leading the merch sales right now. I'd say he's pretty damn over. Vince McMahon would put the title on him if he was still around. Hey, he leads the merch sales due to kids, due to little kids. Little kids love Danhausen for some bizarre reason. CP said, I think the most over WWE wrestler currently are both Solo and Trick. Really? You don't like Trick Williams? Come on, man. D said you were lied to. AEW still sucks. Absolute Zilla is not confirmed. And thankfully he's not. Because if Zilla comes and debuts Sunday, I want to be surprised. I hate when we know for sure someone's coming. I like that we have a little evidence, but we don't know for sure. AEW's last pay-per-view was good though. Everybody gets one, right? That's what Spider-Man would say. Everybody gets one. Danhausen is killing merch, but he's not as over as others. Going into Clash, I'm Team Gunther all day. Woo! Hey, what up, Brad What up, Brad Monroe? Welcome to the live. Too sweet. We're talking about Clash of Italy, aka the WWE show for Sunday. Talk said Team Gunther all day too. Okay. Chappelle said Gunther ain't it. Uh-oh. CP said no, I'm saying Sol Ruka and Trick Williams. Oh, Sol Ruka. I think are the most over right now. They've got a huge. Oh yeah, Trick Williams and Sol are definitely over. I like Trick Williams. Sol Ruka's been screwing up too much on the main roster, but I like her. But I don't like her more than Becky Lynch. I think Becky Lynch is better as a champion. She cuts better promos. Her outfits are hilarious. It's always better to have a heel as a champion. I think Sol Ruka needs to get her footing better on the main roster before they think about putting a belt on her. Unless this is a move to get Becky Lynch back into the world title area. Then, by all means, take the belt off her. Oh, man. Damn, Tops. Brad said, so wee! Team Kenny Omega all day. Chat, Hunter, I've got a food coma. Y'all be good. I'll catch you next. Graham the man, I'll talk to you tomorrow, brother. Shit, is it really that late? Holy shit, it's 3:40. I was supposed to end the live at 3:00 in the morning. I gotta be up early in the morning. I wish I was. Charger. I want to see Becky retain, but I think it's Sol's time for the title. I'm not sure about that, but we'll see. We're definitely going to see. Damn right, Tox. Time to snooze. I'll see you Sunday, Wolfpack. Thank you, D, for reminding me the time. We are going to get out of here right now. Big man charge. Have a good night, brother. I agree. As a heel champion is better, and it's always better to have the face on the hunt. CP, we definitely make sure you come through Sunday for Clash of Italy. We're going to be live for Clash of Italy. I wish I could say the same, Brad. It's 3:40 something in the morning for me on the East Coast. 12:40 a.m. Yeah, I wish it was for me too, Chappelle. I wish. But I gotta get up early in the freaking morning, unfortunately, boys. We may be live tomorrow, 6 o'clock Eastern, for the MLW show. That's supposed to be a big deal. 2-hour premiere. But I'm not 100% sure about being live for tomorrow. But Sunday, we will be live for Clash of Italy, 12 p.m. Eastern. It starts Sunday. So I will be half asleep, but we will do it. Because I go real late Saturday night on my buddy's live. So I will show up Sunday for Clash of Italy. I just don't know what shape I'll be in. But thank you, everybody, for coming through. Make sure, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button. You know, all that good shit I'm supposed to tell you to do all throughout the live that I don't. You know. And, you know, keep your notifications on. Like I said, we might be live tomorrow for the MLW show. If I'm back home in time to do it, I'll do it. It's 6 p.m. Eastern. So, but like I said, if not, Sunday I'll see everybody again for Clash of Italy. Because when you hunt with the pack, you never hunt alone. And as always, everybody, stay hunting.